But first, cool and creative pumpkins that will last all month long, and they are so easy. How to make them? Right after the break. Looking for a creative way to make your pumpkin this Halloween? Well, we have so many ideas today, thanks to Suzanne Clark. And you have done an amazing job with these pumpkins, and there's a purpose too. Let's talk about the pumpkins that we have here and why you decided to make them.
Well, first of all, you know, in Arizona, it's awfully hot, and if you use a real pumpkin, they tend to rot. So I started in the past years making all my pumpkins using these styrofoam pumpkins. You can buy them in any craft store. A lot of times they're called funkins, but they're actually just made out of foam.
Styrofoam.
And you can carve them just like a pumpkin. There's no mess. You can use them from year to year, label them. Really fun.
Can't wait to do it. Now, we're going to start with your most elaborate creation. Tell me about this one.
Well, I love this one. This is so fun. I just hollowed out the front of it and kind of thought, you know, those Easter eggs that have the little scene in them. Well, what I did is I just hollowed out the front and put a miniature that I got at the craft store and then just decorated it with hot glue using, you know, autumn leaves and skeletons.
Beautiful. Okay, this is my kid's favorite, I think, with the big eyes. And this was super simple.
Oh, very easy. I just carved it just like I would a regular pumpkin using a craft knife. And then I found these funny googly eyes, and you can kind of reposition them. And on Halloween, I like to wrap this up with an ace bandage and make it look like a mummy.
Oh, very cute.
Fun.
This is crackle paint.
Yes, and this is one of the ones we're going to show how to do today. But I wanted to make it, you know, have like an upscale look. I used charcoal and coral paint instead of black and orange, and did the crackle finish with a little gold, and it's really fun. I just bought the regular crackle at the craft store and followed the directions.
And that's it. And it's really simple.
Yeah, and I just highlighted it with the gold, and it's just so pretty. But this is how it starts off in the beginning. And that's going to be your final look once you get it going.
I like it. Okay, the kids are here.
Yes.
We put them to work. Let's start with Hayden, because he's making this really cool pumpkin, but he's using something different.
Yes, well, you know, the kids love duct tape. They're making everything out of duct tape these days, so I figured, why not a pumpkin? So what we're doing is we're just getting our favorite duct tape. Again, we're covering one of the craft pumpkins, just using random pieces of duct tape. Don't have to be too worried if they're perfect or straight. You can't do this wrong. It looks gorgeous. And I actually did my example here using a plastic pumpkin. We can use it later for a flower arrangement or even a candy dish.
Okay, I like that. You made this very unique. And Hayden, all he's doing is cutting strips. So we're looking at him and he's having fun. And what I love about this is it's super easy too. I mean, he's not struggling with it.
No, and you know what? This is something they can do on their own. This is very empowering to a young child. And I always think that's fun to find a project that's not going to be too overwhelming to children.
Yes.
But you know what? Adults like doing these too.
I do too.
Fun.
All right, I'm going to work with you on that later. You keep going. So Hayden's going to keep going, and now we're watching Blythe and Olivia. Tell me what they're doing.
Well, they're getting out, again, kind of that retro Mod Podge, and we're going to town using napkins. Now, you know, I'm sure you have a bunch of napkins left from years and years, at least I do, of all the different cute Halloween characters on them. Or you can go to the dollar store. But any wrapping paper will work well, those tablecloths that are made out of paper. But what we want to do is cut them out, and we're going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge.
And this is what you're going to end up with.
Yes.
As we're watching them work over there. And I love Olivia and Blythe. Look at their faces. They're very intent.
It's so fun.
Getting ready to do this. And they're putting pumpkins and different things on them, looking great. And this is what it's going to dry like, is what you see right here.
Right. And then I took it a little farther and I painted a little black and white border. I used paint pens. A lot of people get intimidated about using regular paint. So I used paint pens, again, very kid-friendly.
And jewels.
And jewels. Of course, we have to have the jewels.
Blythe noticed the jewels.
And my husband took a drill and drilled all those holes. So when we illuminate it at night, it's going to twinkle like stars with all those rhinestones.
How very,
So
very nice. And the thing about this too is, you know, the kids are not only having fun, which is great to see, but it's also something really affordable for you to do
Sure
too.
It is. Well, like for instance, that plastic pumpkin they're working in right now was just $1.
This was just $1,
That was
and then
$1.
Hayden's was what, $1?
That was $1 as well, and then you have a few dollars worth of duct tape. And you know, also too, like I was saying earlier, we can use these for tablescapes and put them outside. We can use actually the one that Olivia and Blythe are working on right now. You could decorate it to match your costume and use that for trick-or-treating if you wanted.
What a
It'd be part of
great
the
idea.
costume.
You could do, anything.
Yeah. If you were Superman and you had Superman wrapping paper, you could cut that out,
You just
place
cut it
on
out
there.
and let it dry.
Yep. You can even go online and find fun images online and then just go ahead and print them out on your paper and cut them out just like the wrapping paper and glue them on as well.
I love it.
Make it fun and make it something that the whole family can get involved in.
All right, very good. Thanks so much. And for more information, all you have to do is go online, go to livingacreativelife.net.